Assessing English Language Learners' Writing Progress. A presentation by Laura Bazadula, Wendy Kluppinger, Amy Mendez, and Crystal Cervantes. This video is a short introduction to creating portfolio assessments and a guide to holistic scoring. Before we cover these two useful tools for assessing your students' writing progress, remember that our day-to-day observations while our students are writing and collaborating in groups gives us a better view on their overall achievement than any single writing assignment. The portfolio assessment and holistic scoring methods are invaluable tools to accompany your daily observations. A key point to remember is not to focus wholly on spelling or punctuation, but on your students' writing. Let's get started on how we incorporate the portfolio assessments and holistic scoring with our day-to-day informal observations. Portfolio assessments is compiling pieces of writing from each student in a folder used only for them. You can not only assess how much a student has learned from reviewing the folder contents, but assess your own teaching as well. Each student can refer to their folder when writing and assess their own work and evolvement, and at the end of the year, the student will be able to see at a glance their accomplishments over time. These are also valuable references for conferences. Holistic scoring involves two important aspects. Writing samples must be looked at in a broader or zoomed out view. Teachers must take care to evaluate all parts of the paper and not focus on individual areas such as grammar, spelling, style, organization, or word usage. In order to score student writing samples holistically, collaboration between two or more teachers must happen. This cross-collaboration between teachers ensures that there is more than one view. Scoring writing can be a very subjective task. Adding in collaboration puts more objectivity into the analysis of students' papers. Remember, when assessing holistically, read papers and rate them from 1 to 6, with 6 being the best and 1 being the worst. Scores of 1 and 2 represent our category beginners, 3 to 4 represent intermediates, and 5 to 6 represent advanced writers. You can see in this example of an analytic scoring rubric for writing, the categories are composing, style, sentence formation, usage, and mechanics. And the score domain is from 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the rubric example we just previewed, this paper would be rated a 2 in composing, for lack of a focused central idea or more than one idea, limited details, and many digressions. A 1 in style for limited vocabulary, choppy sentences, and flat tone. A 2 for sentence formation, which is some non-standard word order, several run-on sentences, several sentence fragments, omissions of several words, errors, and somewhat distract from meaning. And a 2 in mechanics, where there's some correct usage of mechanics and formatting, but there's errors and somewhat detract from the meaning.
Many instructors use rubrics as a way of providing consistency of marking, but rubrics are also very good in terms of transparency to the student around what you're looking for in terms of the outcomes from that particular assignment. It helps you to articulate to yourself what you're looking for in this, and it also provides quality of feedback to the students so that every student is getting some amount of feedback, and it's a fairly consistent amount of feedback for even from your students who are to the lowest performers to the best performing students. In my class, we tend to use analytic rubrics, which include criteria that you're assessing. That criteria can be the objectives that you're assessing or the outcomes that you're looking for, or it can be the parts of the assignment that you're assessing. And levels, which is usually a low, medium, high kind of level of in terms of the quality of the work. The descriptors in the rubric should have some parallelism across the descriptors. And so if we're looking at, for example, the quality of the resources the student used, then the low level would be used poor quality resources or sparse resources. Medium would be used good quality resources and a significant number. And high quality would be exceeds the number of resources expected. It uses extremely good quality resources and comments on credibility. So you want that kind of parallelism across. I also believe that an analytic rubric should be paired with some holistic comments. Things like, what were the primary areas that need improvement on this assignment? What were the primary strengths of this assignment? What was the grade? And why this grade? So that the student knows that a B doesn't mean that everything in the assignment was average. It means that some aspects were strong, some aspects were weak, and this is why it got a B.
We hope that you have found some useful information in this Assessing English Language Learners Writing Progress video. Thank you for your time.